Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to do a little bit of a different speaker comparison, and that is the Marshall Heston 120 with the sub 200 versus the JBL Bar 1300 MK2. So I did a little bit of changes in the Marshall Heston or the Marshall sub 200, and I'm just going to show you guys. Ari Kononen 4022 suggested that I should do these changes, and he was correct with the whole thing. So I changed the crossover. It was too low, and that was correct, so I pushed it up to 90. Let's go into the settings. I'm just going to show you guys that right now. You go into settings to subwoofer, and then the subwoofer level is going to stay the same. The only change that we had, the only thing that we changed is we pushed it from 50, which was too low. It was too low and just a lot of vibrations, so we push it up so we can release that mid bass to 90. So I've been trying it out a little bit today, and it sounds better and feels better with this 90 hertz. So that's the settings that we're going to use for the sub. And for when it comes to the soundbar itself, we are going to use these settings. I feel like this has been also one of the, like, I use these settings for pretty much most of my speakers out there that has equalizers like this. For my Tesla, I use this equalizer. For my other speakers, JBL Extreme speakers, my JBL boombox, this is the equalizer that I've been using, and I feel like this is it sounds the best. So we're gonna use it as well with the soundbar for the Marshall. So nothing else is changed except that when it comes to the equalizer. So pretty much that's gonna be it for the settings. So the movie that we're gonna try today is Dune. Man, that movie is awesome. If you want to try out anything that has to do with your surround system, you want to try out your surround speakers, whatever it is, this movie is really great. So it's a Dune part 1, so the first movie. And so yeah, this is gonna be the test that we're gonna do with both the soundbars, is Dune 1. So let's go, let's try it out.
Yes, Gurney, have our escorts throw out the shield generators.
Yes, sir.
Paul, I want you at the back of the FOB to guide them in.
Delta Ajax Niner, put 7 men each in my ships now.
30 kilos each. Yes, Gurney, have our escorts throw out the shield generators.
Yes, sir.
And Paul, I want you at the back of the Thopter. Guide them in.
Delta Ajax Niner, with 7 men each in my ships now.
Marshall Heston 120 with the sub 200 versus the JBL Bar 1300 MK2. Now the Marshall Heston 120 has the same problems that I had with the JBL Bar 1300 from last year. At low volumes you can barely hear anything, and I think you can notice that in the movie testage we just did. Now Dune is a movie as well. Keep that in mind, that you have to push it up a little bit with the volume. So, but even though I think that something at this price should at least give us a little bit more volume sound when it comes to having it at least 30% of the sound, 40% of the sound. No, you have to push it up to 50 and above before the soundbar itself becomes alive. And you could see that compared to the JBL Bar 1300 MK2, already at volume level 10, which is, I would say that is 30% of the volume, maybe 25-30% of the volume. It becomes alive and you can clearly hear a lot of stuff going on. And the sub from the Marshall is really good. Like, it is really good. But between these two tests that I just did, I'm gonna give this test to the JBL Bar 1300 MK2 because the soundbar itself is amazing. But whatever JBL did with their sub, it is amazing. And I'm a bass head. I love bass, and that sub itself is really good. So compared to these two, if we're gonna compare the JBL Bar 1300 MK2, and if I would pick that over the Marshall Heston 120 sub and the sub 200, 100% I would go with the JBL Bar 1300 MK2 over that other setup of Marshall. Not only because it sounds better, but it sounds better and it's cheaper. So for something that is $1,200 versus something that costs $1,650, that is the Marshall setup, I would definitely pick the JBL Bar 1300 MK2 right now because, man, 1,200 for a sound like this is what I was expecting from JBL from last year. But they fixed all the things that I was complaining about and did something even better, pushing it out with the sub that was already good from last year. So props to JBL. They really did an amazing job with this year's JBL Bar 1300 MK2. So yeah, guys, we're done with the Marshall Heston tests. I don't think we're gonna do more tests with that. So if you got something that you want to see with the JBL Bar 1300 MK2, please comment about it. And if you bought it, how satisfied are you with the JBL bar 1300 MK2? And sorry, I don't want to be a bummer for all you Marshall viewers out there. The Marshall is great, but between these two, I would definitely go with the JBL bar 1300 MK2. The advantage with the setup like that is as well that you have detachable surround speakers, so you can use those as surround speakers, and Marshall doesn't have any surround speakers as I know for now, so you get a lot for $1,200. And yeah, so as always, comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Bye.